episode 1 of Behaviour Besties.
Can we add that to our keyword?
We should have brought sensory tools. 26?
Lower.
No, it's enough from you. What are the best ways to talk to parents about behaviour and learning? Like, I had a parent literally shout in my face.
I know what I'm doing. This is my lesson plan. Boom, boom, boom. Like, that's your view.
If they don't believe in you and what you're going to do for their child, then you've already lost. Obviously, make sure that they can't trace your number back. Yay! Welcome to episode 1 of Behaviour Besties, aka the staff room you want to be a part of. Woo woo!
Ooh.
You are officially part of the Babes Clubs. This is exciting. Oh my god! This is our first episode. Hi.
Hello.
I'm here with Soph, Tan, Evie. What's up, girls? Woo!
Good.
Okay, how are we feeling? Come on.
Pumped, pumped.
Clammy.
Yeah.
I
That's a good word.
clammy.
Yeah.
The cushions a bit.
Can we add that to our keyword?
We should have brought sensory tools.
Should have been.
Next time. I'm feeling like first sleepover vibes.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
what's going to happen? But also, can someone have my mum? Do you know what I mean? I might need to call her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is our first one. So we thought we'd do a little Q&A, get to know us. You know, we're excited to be your besties. So some of our members asked us some questions. First one, real simple-ish. How do we know each other?
Oh, is that simple?
No, it's not.
I actually don't remember.
Okay, so life is organised right now by COVID, right? It's
Yeah.
like the new BCAD. It's like, okay, I think it was before COVID.
I think it was
That's so
during
true.
COVID.
I'll go first.
Go.
So you slid into my DMs. I think you had just had Miles, so your sleeping pattern was all over the gaff.
What time was it?
It was like 5. I'm thinking like between 5 and 6,
Hmm.
right? So I was like, oh, like this lady from Australia, or like with a different. I was like, she's so kind.
Different time zone.
And I think you had like a GB flag behind you or something. Like you were something in your
No.
DP, and I was like, oh,
Loving the expat.
You know what this was, Tan, right?
Go
In my
on.
bio, I used to have a Union Jack because I started Good Morning Miss Foster when I was in Malaysia.
Ah.
Tan interpreted this as she's Australian working in the UK or something. Anyway, we were doing
we
what was
did a
that,
lot.
2
We
years
did
ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was like
No, 4
4
maybe.
years ago now, and we did the magazine together, the Quarantine.
Stop.
And it was about
Wow.
well-being, wasn't it,
Yeah.
for teachers? So Tan was a writer with that.
And yeah, we did the article as well about
We did a
supporting
few
the child at home.
lives, didn't we?
Did you? You guys are so cute.
Yeah, we were super cute. We're still super cute, let's be
We
real.
are super cute.
And then next it was Evie, I think. We're doing a little timeline of the babes.
Yeah.
So Evie, you're my official enabler in life, always.
Much to
how
my
we
demise.
met.
Yeah.
How we met is so us.
Hugely.
Right? So if you ever say anything to Evie, if I ever say anything to Evie, it will be like tenfold. She's like, let's go, I'm pumped. So Evie got a cricket.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I call it Jiminy Cricket.
Love
Yeah,
that
so
for you.
Yeah.
And basically, you asked me for one of my illustrations
Yes.
to put on a t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
And
That's
then
so cute.
I
It
was
looks
like,
great.
what was that? I can't remember. I was like, oh, what if I put like one of the balls of emotion?
Yes.
And then
We spiraled.
we did spiral. Our first endeavour began. Calm classroom club.
First of many, yeah.
We just started a small business, didn't we, hun? We're
we just
absolutely
started it.
wild.
It was great.
We're like, let's make merch.
We've made one t-shirt. Let's make more.
Yeah. So that
Yeah.
we weren't ready for that life. We weren't made for that life. But you are doing TGMC merch now.
Yeah, we've branched.
Yeah.
We focused.
We've niched down.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Soph, you came next. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. I feel like I feel like there's loads of thinking about all the DMs we've had, and I was like, I'm trying to
It all started
reverse
with a DM.
time. It all started with. I don't think it did. I don't know whether it was a DM first or I watched your first ever like live workshop that you did on revolutionised behaviour, and I was like, I am gassed. And then I think then like lockdown happened, and you were asking for like the best tunes to get pumped up. And I was like, here's my Spotify playlist. Here's 7 of them.
Hill Carney.
Yes, he was like, I need the tunes. And I was like, I've got them. Here you
And
go.
I was like, this girl's a vibe. And then I did a live and there was like 300 people on there. And I still have a video now of my hand actually fully shaking. I was like, what is going on? Why is there so many people here? And I was really panicking. And Soph messaged me. I actually feel nervous talking about it because I was like, oh my God, what's happening? In the live, and was like, hun, do you want me to moderate? And I was literally like, yes, please. And that's how it kind of started.
that was it. Yeah.
So Soph was like an OG revolutionist. Yeah. And then we met, and she was like, let's talk about how we can adapt this for early years, basically. And I was like, yeah, girl. And then we met up, and that was it. But isn't it just so mad, right? How, like, for me, Instagram is kind of like the Bumble.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hinge. What are people on right now? Jimmy's going to be like, why do you know so many dating? Tinder? I don't know. It's whatever you're up to.
Do you swipe left or right?
Up or down? But it is like, I have like found like some of my besties and the best colleagues in the world through Instagram, which is just mad. Like 10 years ago, I'd have been like stranger danger.
Yes.
But we're a success story for tech.
We are.
We are.
It's beautiful.
We are.
That's a long answer, but
We didn't
I loved
catfish
it.
each other, which is great.
Let me do a quick one. How old are we all? But can we guess first?
Okay.
The baby's Evie.
Yeah.
Are you 27?
No.
Don't higher or lower?
Lower.
Bubbies.
Fuming.
Official Gen Z.
26?
Lower.
No, it's enough from you. No. Are you 25?
I'm 25. Yeah, 1998.
Unacceptable.
Amazing.
Okay, and then Tan, I know you've got your dirty 30 coming up. You're so young and hip as well. And then
I'm
you're older than me.
Yeah, I'm the behaviour grandma.
So I'm 32.
I'm giving.
Are you 33?
Auntie. No, more.
34?
Yeah.
There we go.
35 this year, my guys.
As much
Only as old as you feel.
That's a really good game.
I feel granny,
I love
so
that.
it's giving granny
love it
all the
for
time.
you. I
Isn't
love
that
it for
funny
you.
how you don't know those things about each other?
Also, we're all in this weird generation because there are people who are considered like Gen Z and like they're like doing like new things. I don't think that's you though.
Okay. Next question. How long have we been teaching for? All right. Games it.
Okay. Games it.
Okay. I think I met you when you were in ECT, right? So is it 4 years?
This is my 4th year. I love it.
I love it.
You give OG though.
Did you see me
like,
counting?
No.
You're guessing. Okay.
Are you 10 years?
No.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
9?
Lower.
8?
Yeah.
Girl.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have figured that out with 30. But girl, you're so wise. So you are 12.
Yes.
14.
In between.
13.
Yeah, they.
Lovely. And I'm in my 12th.
Amazing.
I know. Everyone needs to go, do you know when I do trainings, like I expect people to be shocked when I say that, like, but you look so young, and they don't. And that's bothering me. Because I'm like, so I'm in my 12th year, believe it or not. And people are like, makes sense. Okay.
Because it's a big number.
Yeah. The thing is, I would have
can
been
see from
longer.
the eyes.
I would have been longer, but I took 2 years out
Yeah.
in between my degree and my PhD to see if that was a life for me.
I think.
And then I was like, let me just see if it's the life for me.
What did you do in those years?
I was a HLTA.
Really? That's a good way into it, though, isn't it?
That's. I always say like I was like an unqualified teacher before those 8 years, and then before that I was also a tutor 1-to-1 with pupils.
Love that for you.
So it was like, yeah,
That is a good way
preferred
into
that.
Experience.
Dip your toes in.
Yeah.
Last question. What are our roles now? I find that hard to say, that's why I slowed it down. What are our roles now?
Robot is
Evie, you're upper key stage 2, right?
lower key stage 2 now. I started in upper key stage 2. I am lower key stage 2 now. Yeah, year 3.
Year 3. Cool. And Tan, tell us about your role.
I'm a specialist teacher. And yeah, I support in schools. I support parents and everyone else as well. So yeah, I go with specialist teacher.
And you do lots of training, don't you, in schools?
Yeah, that's a big part of what I do. I'm a part of an amazing training team. So yeah, we deliver that as well. But yeah.
Do you have a specific focus for your training?
So the way, for me, it's about literacy difficulties and dyslexia. My specialism before that was around autism and behaviour.
Nice.
So I like to do, it kind of merges in because, as we know, like the emotional well-being, etc., can be the biggest barrier for our dyslexic learners as well, because they can present with millions of different behaviours before they actually get pen to paper. So it's specifically around literacy needs, and then around inclusive teaching, adaptive teaching, and all the other acronyms and stuff that we hear.
And Soph, you just started a new job in Jan. Woo-hoo. Tell us about your role. How's it going?
It's going really well. Like last year I was heading a setting, and do you know what? I just watched my teachers teach, and I was like, I miss it so much.
It's hard.
Back
It's
in
so
the classroom
hard.
is right here. I love it so much. Back with my little nursery crew. Oh, they're the best. And they're like, oh, we love it when you talk to us, Miss Grant. I was like, I love it. We love our little combos, don't we, dear?
And
So
you've already
cute.
taken some displays down, we've seen.
Yeah. I had
tell.
a little revamp because they're really kind. They were just like, Soph, make it your own space. And I was like, Roger that. Take that down. Take that
TGMC
down.
Yes.
What did you take down and what did you replace it
I
with?
took down the wonderful sit with your legs crossed, eyes on me. Hand up if you want to say something. I was like, this is gone.
And what did you replace it with?
Oh, flexible seating chart. And the kids were like trying out positions yesterday. And I was like, doing it right? They were like, one of them was like this, trying to do the legs to the side, and she was like, is this okay, Miss Grant? I'm like,
Love that.
it's giving comfy. Are you sure though?
That's you, though.
Yeah, and we've got a birthday display and everything. It's
For you.
Loving it.
So you guys know I'm 2.5 days Oracy teacher, Oracy specialist, living my best life.
You actually live your best life.
No, but I really do.
You really do.
I honestly think I do cry every time I'm in the classroom. I think I need to address that. But I'm like, this is so beautiful. So everyone always says to me like, oh, what does Oracy mean? And it's basically like I develop communication. But I'm really lucky that I have freedom for how I do that. So I have so much fun, like doing the TGMC way, doing projects, and it's a very, very beautiful thing. Absolutely love it. All right, that's us, Huns. Hope you know us now. These are your official babes. So for this episode, we are talking parents, and we're saying goodbye to Soph for this episode. We love you, Hun.
Love ya.
See you later. Okay, I'm going to read a question from one of our members, right? So she said, I'm feeling drained by parents. What are the best ways to talk to parents about behaviour and learning? I'm finding it quite challenging, time-consuming, and have had a few negative experiences. And I think this is a really great question to start on, because parents are one of those things that we're just not told about, right? Like I remember coming in as they used to call it NQT, and just not even thinking about it. I was like, stationery, got it. Cute outfit, got it.
Displays.
Know where the toilets are,
Yes.
essential. And I just didn't think about the parents and how they would view me as well. Like I was 21 when I started.
Yeah.
Like what would that look like for them? And I had a lot of rocky experiences, man. Like in my first year, it was hard because I just didn't know. I didn't know how to talk to parents. I didn't know how to get proactive with it. And it was most likely me coming off wrong and not sharing enough and not knowing how to talk. I mean, as 21, I kind of considered myself like fresh out of uni. I was thinking about going out on a Friday. Like I really wasn't prepared for the professionalism, I think, of teaching specifically. Took me a while to learn how to be a professional. And yeah, I had some really bad ones. Like I had a parent like literally shout in my face. And I just remember thinking, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to say. And I actually went to the toilet. And when I tell you I was bawling, I was like that crying when you're like 5, like like that crying. I was like, there was no stopping, like
Sorry
even
to
an
the
hour
listeners.
later. It was bad. So yeah, what about you guys? What experiences have you had?
I think I was really supported. I went
nice.
in, I was really lucky, I think. And I'd worked in nurseries previously, so I kind of had an idea of how handovers would work, how that interaction would work. So for me, it was more what do I need to say? Is this something that is just a run-of-the-mill thing that happens? How much do I share? Because can I share too much? And it was kind of that guidance.
Too friendly.
Yeah, and where that finding the balance. I knew how I had to be, but how do I do it?
What's the blueprint? Right?
I think, yeah, exactly. And every parent's different.
100%.
Because every child's different.
Exactly.
And yeah, you just have to, again, like you get to know your children, you need to get to know those parents. And I don't think there's...
Did you have any rocky times?
Yeah, but I think, like you said, it's more than what am I going to do then?
100%.
I need to make this work.
But there's an emotional toll on it.
Of course, yeah.
When you experience a negative interaction with a parent that kind of rattles you, there's that emotional toll of almost like recovering from that before you can think logically. Like it's really disarming, right?
Yeah, I'd find it really hard, and I would just think, I'd have my moment and then think, right, hang on, let me put myself in their shoes. I'm not a parent, so I think it's quite hard I don't know what it's like to have my own child and to send them off for the day and not know what they've done. But I try to put myself in their shoes and imagine I was coming out to tell them something and think, actually, okay, yeah, I can understand
what would that feel like.
Yeah, but it's hard.
And that's a good point, because Tan, we were saying like how we view parents now has changed since we became parents, right?
And just hearing you both talk, for you, like Evie, like you're building that empathy, you're seeing the other side. And then when you were talking, Jen, you were like, all right, fresh out of uni, I'm a teacher, I know what I'm doing, this is my lesson plan, boom, boom, boom. Like that's your view. And then when something comes up, you're like, oh my God, this isn't what I planned for.
Yeah.
But Evie's like great evidence of building that empathy over time. Yeah. And I think that comes with interactions and building that.
Yeah.
And yes, the reason why we do what we do is because we love, we care, we want to support our children. And for me, like as a parent now that Lila's at nursery, I'm like, I don't know what she's doing. And like, and then like, I'll get like a really brief note and I'm like, well, give me more information. So that's like the first strategy I put when we were talking about what solutions would we give. Yeah. And it was like, parents want the bigger picture and some information, and the answers don't always have to come from the teacher. There's so many professionals in the school that can help guide parents, and it sometimes does come from a place of not knowing the protocols and systems, like what you just said, Evie. Like, what is the blueprint when I talk to parents? What can I say? What can't I say? So I think it's from there as well. It's always, for Evie, your perspective as well. It's from a place of caring. Yeah. And it's the same from parents as well. Yeah. Biggest
I'll be real, like as a parent, I mean, it's no surprise. I'm hella intense. I'm like, what is this, Mark? So you did painting, did you? No overalls. Cool. You know, I am very intense. So I think now I understand a lot more. Yeah. So let's head on to our TGMC takeaways, right? Because we want our listeners every episode to have some tangible takeaways. Right. My first one is start with a positive. Yeah. So in my third year of teaching, right, I took over this class that were at risk of exclusion in year 6. Have I told you guys about this?
No.
So it was basically like, it was a PRU. And I was really excited about it. I had a rooftop classroom. Wow. I had a rooftop playground, I had a kitchen, living room. It was a PRU setup. Yeah. But one thing I knew is that the parents of these children, because they're in year 6, have had so many negative interactions throughout their whole school year of being told their child has done this and that, and had a really bad relationship with the school. So my first thought was, right, let's get intense. Let's do what I do best. So I met with them like the first week of being their teacher. I met with them all individually. And I basically was like, listen, I don't care what has happened before this point. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure, let's call Aaron thrives this year. Aaron is not leaving this school. I'm going to do everything I can. And I think it would be amazing if you and I can work together. And I remember the mum's face, like she was so shocked. She was like, huh? Because she came into this meeting already raging, fair play to her. She was like, what's she going to say? And actually, Aaron, at the end of the year, was like one of my successes because we worked together.
Yeah.
And that's what you can do. So I think for me, it's so, so important, whether it's an intense meeting like that or whether it is like drop off, pick up, dojo messaging. When I was a class teacher, I did like dojo messaging. First 2 weeks, I just messaged parents and were like, just wanted to say Tan did amazing in English today or whatever, and just gave a tangible, no pun intended, example so that you've got that warm start. Do you know what I mean? What were you saying, Tan? You were saying about parents being the biggest advocate.
Yeah.
Right?
The voice for their child, depending from my view, it's some of my pupils have like communication difficulties, so it's just about they know their child best. And again, for me, having a toddler, I know her best, and I know some things that she says and things like that. So they are the biggest advocate. And I guess a takeaway, again, responding to what you're saying actually responding to the need in front of you, and that's what we do as teachers, and to identify the small steps and to really celebrate the little things and that progress. What I used to do when I was in the class, to have like a little post-it note, and it was just like, they can take the post-it note away and just show mum or dad or whoever it is, just to say, look, this is what I did, or this is what I did really well. Like the teacher wrote it, even if it's like a little, just anything to just say like.
Well, that's why we created that in TGMC, didn't we? We've got the little proud post.
There you
proud
go.
Post. We have postcards, like all of those. It's for that child. It's for the self-esteem. It's for your relationship with the child, but it's also something they can take home and put on the damn fridge, because the fridge should be covered with your celebrations, right? Really simple one for me is turn it from an I to a we. We. What do we think is the next step? What do we think we could do about that? How do we think they're getting on? It should be a partnership. And I think just that little switch, it was really helpful for me.
And it's useful. They're the experts. Like you said, they are the experts of their children.
Also, we always say, like, we always jump to solutions and takeaways because we're like, oh, how can I help? Because we want to help. But it's like, pause. We know that you've got the strategies and the resources that you can give, but actually listen and help people to get to some solutions on their own as well, because then that builds that communication, that builds their skills to support their child as well, whatever the issues are. So
we actually have like a parent meeting template in TGMC, and one of those steps is, okay, ask the parents. What do you think is going on? And then another step at the end is ask them again. Once you've decided the strategy, it should not be meeting a parent and being like, this is their behaviour, this is why I think it is, this is what I'm going to do about it. Nah. We're not bringing them in to tell them off. We're bringing them in to start a relationship. So this is what we've seen. What do you think it could be? Actually, we thought that too. Listen, I was thinking we trial postcards. What do you think? I was thinking we trial a different seating plan. What do you think? Do you think that will help? And actually listening, because sometimes we're like, let's just let them have their bit and then we're going to move. Actually listen and adapt to what they're saying, because that matters. Because when people feel like you're valuing what they're saying, they go, okay, cool. That if they don't believe in you and what you're going to do for their child, then you've already lost. So it's really important that they feel seen.
Well, why would you spend the time building relationships with your children to then not do it with the parents?
Exactly.
They come together.
And there are really quick wins for that, because obviously we're not taught that, but there are really quick wins for that. Another thing I said is find a communication mode that works for both of you. And get ahead of the question. I always think, right, for every child, same as like the dojo messaging or dropping off, pick up.
Yeah.
You don't want your first chat to be, Tan's behaviour's been a bit. That shouldn't be the first chat. You should have spoken to them so much before that about your writing, about the question you answered, about the homework that you did, about what you played with, just little things, so that the first one isn't something perceivably negative. And like a communication mode, there could be whatever. It could be emails. Have you done schools that do emails?
Yeah. That was
emails,
my main.
dojo messaging, communication book.
Love a communication book.
Little cool. You know,
cool.
Sometimes I used to think like, it can be, like our member said, it can be really time consuming meeting with loads of parents. And it can. If you finish at 4 and then you have to have a half an hour meeting, that's going to take its toll on your workload. Find another way.
Yeah.
Maybe it can be a little call on your way out. Obviously, make sure they can't trace your number back. Hey, Miss Foster, what's something I wanted to ask you about the homework? But just find something that works.
But also, if it's like an ongoing like plan you're putting in with the parents, set those dates in the future so you know it's coming up, so you can compartmentalize as a teacher and say, I don't need to worry about these right now. I can go I know it's coming up in the next 3 weeks, so then you can plan your time better as well.
Love that.
100%.
I've done this before. I've set meetings. Right. So what are we working on now? Lovely. We're going to check in 2 weeks. You know you've got that time.
Yeah.
And you know you've set that date. You know you've decided together what your targets are going to be, because you can't solve everything at once.
That is such a key strategy, you know, because parents always come up to you and then you feel panicked. That is the best tool you can have to be like, I hear you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually want to take some time to talk about this. Are you free?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Why have I got goosebumps?
I love that.
This is
That is
brilliant.
so good, though.
And sometimes emails just feel so serious, and you really have to think about it and like read back, and you're
Yours
like,
sincerely, Miss Foster.
sincerely. So that call makes a huge difference, and it's like there's another human being on the other line. So it's just like, hey, like, what are you doing?
Definitely.
This is what happened today. Just checking in or whatever.
And like, haven't you had just amazing relationships with parents as well?
Yeah.
Like when I first started Good Morning Miss Foster, I was in Malaysia and the parents followed me. And like they
on Instagram or
on Instagram.
I was like, why are they following you back from
They just following me.
Where do you live,
But
Miss
they were
Foster?
just so sweet, and they like took us out for dinner, me and Jimmy, that is. And when you have those amazing relationships with parents, like you can do incredible things,
amazing
regardless of whatever the child is coming in to your classroom as, or what situation. You can do incredible things when you have that relationship. It's a beautiful thing. All right, my loves. I feel like let's bring it to a close. Let's end with a TGMC mantra.
I'm ready.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do this.
This week, so we've got a mantra because we know that there are times in the week where you feel helpless with behaviour. And I think it's really helpful to have that positive self-talk, to have your besties in your ear. All right? Not in a creepy way. ASMR. So this week it is our most important tool we have is our energy. Protect it.
Yes.
How's that sitting?
Amazing. And also with the parent chat, it just links perfectly.
Exactly.
You can't give them what they need unless you've got what you need in your bank.
Exactly that.
You need it.
Shout out to all the babes listening. We'll catch you next week. For more behaviour support, you can find us at the only behaviour encyclopedia in the world. What's it called?
TGMC.
He was like, we didn't plan this.
Good morning,
/TGMC. Love you, babes.
Bye.